All right, here we are. What's up, everyone? AJ Writes Crypto here. Thank you so much for joining me here on this beautiful Tuesday morning. I am in Georgia. You know, I got something in the mail. Got something in the mail. Finally, my homies at Crypto Chips hooked it up with that Get Rich or Get Wrecked merch. Shout out to the Grogger Nation, Grogger community. Really appreciate everyone who's been involved with the Grogger community so far. It's been really cool. David and I were just on the phone. David from Crypto Chips. Shout out to Crypto Chips. We were on the phone yesterday talking about what we're gonna do next. I think we're gonna do. This hoodie is still available on there. There's a couple of them left if you want to go get one. But like, you know, I think because of like the all over nature of this hoodie, that it was like a little bit too expensive. And we want to put something out that's like just like a t-shirt that's like not expensive, that everybody can get involved on, because like we don't want stuff to be too expensive, but we want the quality to be good. So we're kind of like having that argument of like, well, we want it to be cheap, but we want it to be good. And it's kind of like the blockchain trilemma, right? It's kind of the same way with merch. So like, one day at a time. I'm very excited to be able to continue Grogger and keep that going. And, you know, hopefully it's going to be a big, I hope people find Grogger without knowing who I am. I think Get Rich or Get Wrecked is just like a perfect name for a crypto merch company. And I'm really excited to see where it goes. And thank you to everybody who has been a part of the Grogger Nation. I know Karen Harris, I see her and Derek. I know they're very big on Grogger, and I really appreciate all the nice things they've said about it as well. Already, we got a $10 super chat from my guy, JB. Already, JB, good morning, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you. And actually, good morning. Hold on. Good morning, sir. You are looking to get out of XLM, average by 14 cents down 4.4K, and move more into algo. Are you waiting for XLM to get back to 14 before moving, or you just go ahead now and eat the loss? I mean, man, like that's kind of straight up financial advice. I can't really do that. But what I can do just for you is I can go over here to my little handy dandy chart. Well, let me 1 second. I didn't pull this up in the morning. A little unprepared. Let me go to link, share. I'm in a link short right now at the moment. Got it in yesterday. I'm up 25% on the trade. Not bad. Kind of a small trade. Just kind of getting my feet wet. Nothing crazy. Here, I'll show you actually. Share this tab instead. There it is right down here. Link. I'm up 24%, $24. I did a $100 trade at 10x. So $1,000 position. And I'm up 24%. Not bad. You know, I just did a small trade. I saw it. I didn't want to ape into it. I was actually kind of unsure about it, to be honest. So I was just like, I'll just 10x 100. I'll just 10x $100 and see where it goes. And yeah, man. So got a little 24% pump there. Of course, my stop loss is 19.8, and the liquidation point is 19. The liquidation, is 20.9. So my stop loss is well before my liquidation point. And if I lost, I'd only lose like $30 or something like that. And I just wanted to get my feet wet and keep trading a little bit here. Haven't been trading too crazy lately. I've been really busy with the channel, really busy, like trying to land deals, trying to, make content, just trying to do all the things that I do. And, sometimes when I go back to trading, I start small and I kind of work why does it do that? It's all, I start small and then I work my way up to bigger trades. So all good. And shout out to Chainlink. Saw that trade yesterday. Kind of an idea, Chainlink popped up pretty hard. Let me go back to the screen share button. Yeah, I kind of saw how Chainlink was kind of scalloping over a little bit. I actually made the trade from the 12-minute. Looking over here, it was over here. Yeah, so actually was, wait. This is Tuesday, yesterday, Monday. Yeah, I was right. I got in the trade right around here. I saw it come down. So I saw, first of all, it topped off here, right? And then I saw this level, how it kind of bounced off this level. And I kind of figured that if it broke through that level, which I thought it would, then I would be correct. You can see how it touched multiple times here. Like touch. I kind of figured that it's going to keep testing it. It's going to break through it eventually, was the idea there. And it did. and now I'm just kind of riding it out. I think, the support resistance level around here might be a good spot to get out. Like I said, nothing crazy, just a small little trade to get my feet wet. I saw it. I figured I'd throw $100, 10x it. Why not? All right. But you wanted to see XLM. That was your question. XLM. All right. Let's check out XLM. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I really appreciate you guys. I already got 156 people in here this morning. Really appreciate each and every one of you. It means the world to me. Freddie Arnold asks, what caused the mini HBAR pump this morning? Well, I have the answer for you, Freddie. Make sure you stick around a little bit here, and we will get into the stories, and I will explain why HBAR is going up and to the right. All right, so XLM. So you are down $4,000. You're down $4,000, and you got in around 14 cents or something like that. Or was it? Let me double check. Of course, the super chat is gone. Okay. Average buy 14 cents, exactly 14 cents. Okay, so your average buy is here, right around there. So, I mean, to be honest, man, so this was kind of the high that kept getting rejected. Actually, 13.8 is where XLM continued to get rejected through October and through Q4. It's kind of sad how hard things pumped in Q4 of last year. From October to its local top, XLM only pumped 36%. Definitely not my favorite. So, man, I can't really tell you what to do, but what I can tell you is that the local floor for XLM is right here at 10.1. And if it doesn't hold a door, if HODOR doesn't hold a door, HODOR, if it bounces, whatever. If you lose that level, okay, that's all I can say. All right. I know I saw a couple super chats this morning. All right, I am doing Rate My Portfolio. I'm going to save that segment for the end of the show, as I always do. So Ryan, I appreciate the $10 super chat there. I will save that one here in my photos, and I will throw it at the end. I saw another super chat as well. Make sure y'all hop J Chain on the show at 4 p.m. Eastern today, for sure. Shout out to my guy J Chains, is doing a show at 4 p.m. He's doing it's like a new show, a new thing he's doing at 4 p.m. So definitely go give my guy James a love. One of my best friends. Good, much love to J Chains. SWFL Crypto, you mentioned last week to put a trailing stop loss when selling your bag. How do you do that on exchange, not leverage, without figuring out lower? So what you do. So, all right. So about a trailing stop loss. So, well, you can set trailing stop losses on exchanges, but if it's not a leverage trade, I mean, if you have a stop loss, just exit that stop loss, like cross it out and make another stop loss. Yeah, I've seen people do that kind of thing all the time, because you can set a stop loss or a limit order, at to sell at a certain price if you're not leveraging, and then if you don't want it to be there, you just cross that one out, exit out, and start and make another one. It's nothing crazy. But yeah, there's some exchanges let you do that, but some of them don't have the settings. But Ricky Burris, $5 super chat. Thanks for all you do. You obviously care about the Grogger community. Hell yeah, I care about the Grogger community. I mean, that's what it's all about, man. Get rich or get wrecked, baby. Let's do it. Won't it fill at the lower limit though? No. What I'm saying is that if you have a stop loss, like say you're going short, all right, and it starts going up. So say you're going short, right? And your stop loss is where it is. And then the trade goes down. You win the trade. You win the trade. You want to move that stop loss further down. So if it turns around, it limits you out in profit. So all you have to do is cancel the stop loss you have and move it down. And as long as you move it down, say the price is at, 10 cents, and your original stop loss was at 14, but now you're in profit and you move it to 11.3 cents, it's not going to limit you out because the price is at 10 cents. If your stop loss is at 11.3 and the price is at 10, it has to go back up to 11.3 for you to lose, for that to get stopped out. So yeah, just what this is, man. You just need to keep going. Just trade as much as you can, even if it's small trades, dude. I'm totally fine. If I see a trade and there's a lot of confluence and stuff, I'm cool throwing a lot of money at a big trade. I'm fine with that. But sometimes when I'm just playing around on the charts and I'm just like, oh, this could be cool, I'll just get in for a couple $100, throw 10x leverage on it and send it. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that sometimes, the sizing of your trades kind of varies on the degree of certainty, or if you're just trying to have fun with it, or you think this idea might play out. You know what I mean? And, right now I'm up 25%, and I wish I threw more money at that trade, but it's okay because, I'm just getting my feet wet, having fun with it kind of thing. You know what I mean? And that's cool. So, I know people want the Solana news. I got you. Obviously, I got you on that. Want to go over a couple things here really quick. Later today at 5 p.m., this one here, I do have another space with my friends over at PAL. PAL is one of the up and coming AI projects in the market right now. This thing went on an absolute tear. I think it can keep going. I think when I say this all the time with Chainlink. Back in 2021, 2020, Chainlink partnered with this company, partnered with this company, partnered with this company, and because people wanted access to the Oracle, right? PAL is doing the same thing, but with their AI product. And I'm pretty sure when I make my Telegram, I'm going to make my Telegram with PAL. I want to get that going. These things take time, but PAL is doing a very good job with what they're doing. And if you want to learn more about PAL, the roadmap, the tokenomics, the utility of PAL, we have a space over on my Twitter at AJ Writes Crypto at 5 p.m. EST today. I'll actually click on this and copy paste this bad boy right here into the chat. If you want to listen to that space with me and the team over at PAL, I really appreciate it if you're there. All right, so let's keep the ball rolling here. Definitely, if you're a fan of Algorand, if you're in the Algo fam, shout out to, shout out to the Algo fam. Appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are awesome. I actually have a call with Stacy tomorrow as like an intro, hello, meet and greet. I know who she is. She knows who I am, but we haven't actually spoken yet in person over Zoom or whatever. And I'm super excited to meet Stacy. That's super cool. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do an Algorand unfiltered interview with Stacy here in a couple weeks. I know I'm doing one with Min and Yiget from the Para wallet. Excited to do that as well. But if you're a fan of Algorand, definitely head over to their Twitter and check out the transparency report from Q4 2023. What I like about Algo, they're super upfront about what they're doing, what they're investing in, what they're not investing in, their numbers. It's everything. If you're a fan of Algorand, or if you're on the fence and you want to learn more, go over to their Twitter and read the transparency report. I might even make like a little video short explaining it or something, because it's actually really good stuff. So big shout out to Algorand Foundation and the Algo fam. There is the PAL, PAL space at 5. And then I did a stupid little tweet this morning. Let's play a game 43 minutes ago. Let's play a game where we turn the lights off and scare the shit out of everyone. The game is called Solana. Everyone likes that tweet. That tweet did very well. And then, of course, big shout out to my title sponsor of AJ Writes Crypto of this channel, PHEMEX. I've been doing my trading over at PHEMEX. Going to have my live trading show going to be doing all my trading on PHEMEX. This is a long-term partnership. Could not be more grateful for this opportunity. This is a really, really big deal for the channel and the continuation, the lifespan of the channel. This is a very, very big opportunity for me. And it wouldn't be possible without you guys being here. And I really, this is kind of sums up like all the work I've done kind of has came to this moment and came to this partnership. And it really means the world to me. When I actually won my golden upvote, my belt right back there, I met the people from BitGet that night, and they knew of me, but they didn't know who I was. And then when they saw I won the golden upvote and they realized what it took to win a golden upvote, they were like, him. And that's how I got the deal. So, if it wasn't for that and it wasn't for you guys voting for me and this community I have, I wouldn't have this partnership. And I just want to stress to you guys how much that means to me. So sincere thank you to all of you. And if you guys haven't been trading, you want to get in the trading, want to learn more about trading, make sure you click the link down below and sign yourself up for PHEMEX. I've been doing all my trading there. Very easy exchange to trade on. We'll be doing some how-to videos, some tutorial videos on how to trade on PHEMEX, and my live trading show. Everything will be on PHEMEX. If you want to get involved, make sure you click the link down below in the description and get signed up. So basically, you don't have to KYC. You don't have to KYC, but you need a VPN when you sign up. And you should always use a VPN anytime you trade for safety. And that's really it. So there you go. Big thank you to everybody. And the coin is definitely spinning today. So I really do appreciate each and every one of you. Any info on why George hates Algo? I don't think George hates Algo. I think George is just George. And we are all George. There's a little bit of George in all of us. Big shout out to George. I actually had a really good time I had a really good time with George at the UFC fight. We went to with the VeChain people at the end in Vegas. George and I sat next to each other, and hell of a guy. And I did, we did talk about Algorand. He doesn't hate it. He just wants to see things continue. So there you go. All right, let me check the chat really fast. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's get into some stories here, and then we will do the Rate My Portfolio segment at the end, and then we will go from there. And I also want to look at a couple charts as well. But I just wanted to thank all you guys for all the things. This is awesome. All right, so which button? Okay, this one. I want to do a quick overview of the market. Bitcoin kind of slowly creeping down. Ethereum slowly creeping down. Nothing crazy. Solana 94. I wish I shorted Solana instead of Chainlink, but Chainlink didn't pop off really hard, so it made sense to short Chainlink. And things are kind of bleeding a little bit. I did allude to this yesterday on the show. A little bit of sadness coming. People don't like when I'm bearish. People want me to be bullish all the time. 100% of the time, unless I'm like, the coin you like is going to 30x tomorrow, people are unhappy. And that's okay, because I would rather tell you what you need to hear rather than what you want to hear. And that's more important to me and to my brand. So I'm not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. I am going to be kind of upset when I think the market's going down, because I know how much it hurts everybody when the sentiment is low and when price go down. Price go down equals bad, everybody. This isn't news to anyone. So, and seeing things bleed out a little bit, I think we're going to continue to see that. BitTensor Tau, this project I want you guys to realize why this project is pumping as hard as it is. And the reason it is pumping as hard as it is because it's in a terrible tokenomics situation. A terrible tokenomics situation. 6.1 million are in circulation out of a 21 million max supply. This thing is going to do very well until the vesting schedule starts, and then it's going to be painful until it's not painful anymore. I've seen a lot of projects kind of go through this where they start really strong, and then the vesting schedule happens, and then it bleeds for a long time, and then they get to a point where, hey, our tokenomics situation is actually friendly now, and then it goes up from there. I mean, look at the graph, for instance. If you go back in time and look how well the graph did back in the day, and that was because their tokenomics were so bad. And then if you held the graph through 2021, 2022, you got completely wrecked because the vesting schedule took place. The supply inflated. It was a fixed rate, but the supply inflated. And then now the graph is in a friendly tokenomic situation because that part of it is over, and it can proceed normally now. So when you see projects like this, I'm not telling you don't get in or anything like that, but I am going to tell you that I want you to be careful, and I want you, if you want to invest in this project, to become very aware of what the vesting schedule is. How to do that? There are a couple different places that I would go to or suggest to go to. One of them is right here at token.unlocks.app. Very, very useful place to figure out like cliff unlocks here, linear unlocks. So a cliff unlock is when it kind of is like, here's the tokenomics, and then it goes up, and then it goes like a staircase. Okay. A cliff unlock, like think of it like a cliff. In 7 days, we're going up, and then in 7 days, we're going up. And then a linear unlock is, consistently up and to the right over time. So you do want to know which coins are linear, which coins are cliffs. Let me go back to the site here. And then you can you come in here and see like linear unlocks per day, Solana 7 million per day, Avalanche 30 million per day, and then cliff unlocks with Aptos, HFT, Glimmer, GLMR. I think that's Glimmer. I'm not actually sure. I'm not going to say that. But I want you guys to be aware of this. And this is kind of where, me butting heads with like Gala and Optimism. A lot of this stuff started from me really spending time on sites like this and floating around and seeing like how bad some tokenomic situations really are. Not sure if TAO is on this site. No, it's not on this one, but there's a handful of other ones similar to like this. So if you go to, there's another site that I like that does a very similar thing to token unlocks. I know DeFi Llama has some stuff on it here. Token unlocks, ENS. This is kind of more DeFi stuff. But, you know, what the point here is, not sure if TAO is going to be on here or not. No, it's not. I will do some homework on where to find the vesting schedule for TAO because I talked about it. But all I know is that the tokenomics situation as of now is not very friendly. And you want to be very, very familiar with the coins you hold if you're in unfriendly tokenomic situations, to go to sites like this, research other sites like this, and try to find, you know, how aggressive is this coming up? How hard is this thing going to inflate? So so there you go with that. Jonathan Blackstone, not yet. Still have not had a chance to really go into Flux. I looked at some of the social media stuff like that, but I haven't really done a proper deep dive yet. But I will get to that eventually. I wanted to take a quick look at the gainers and the losers here really fast. We want to always isolate volatility. We want to see, okay, which coins are volatile if we want to target any trades. Remember yesterday, Chainlink was that coin. Chainlink pumped really hard, and look what the coin I traded was. And that, so normally we're always going to go off that. For TAO, I'm not sure how many in terms of the derivative markets, if you can leverage trade this one or not. I don't know if it's on PHEMEX. I'll have to double check. Monero, heavy dip down. I can explain why Monero's down, and I can explain why Hedera's up. So we will get into that in a little bit. George Riviera's Zeta chain, ZETA. Actually, the Duchess of DeFi, the Duchess, Cassie, she messaged me about Zeta the other day. And she said, AJ, can you look at this chart for me? And I said, I got you, fam. And it kind of went up and popped, and then it kind of cruised down. Don't know that much about the project, but I am aware of people who have their eyes on it for sure. Maybe I'll do some homework on that one here in a little bit. So Hedera up 5.7%. Some of you might be thinking, why is Hedera up? What happened here? Let me go to the story here. Boom. Okay. This altcoin, which received Fed support, announced its new partnership, and there was a sudden rise in price. Hedera, HBAR, announced a 5-year partnership worth $250 million with the Saudi Ministry of Investment. Holy shit. While partnerships in the cryptocurrency markets continue to increase rapidly, the latest news came from the corporate blockchain network Hedera, sharing on their X account. Hedera announced that it signed a 5-year partnership worth $250 million with the Saudi Ministry of Investment. Here is the tweet right here. Actually, I want to go like it, so let's actually go to the tweet itself. As a part of a 5-year agreement, $250 million with the Saudi Ministry of Investment, Association has announced the launch of Deep Tech Venture Studio, empowering companies to develop, innovate technological solutions Web3. So there you go. That is a really big deal. I love that how they're growing their community, kind of really spreading their wings. A lot of different cultures involved with Hedera really have been kind of checking off a lot of boxes, getting in a lot of different places. And that tweet certainly deserves a like on my part. And then I'm just going to say shout out to the boom HBARbarians. Boom. A lot of exclamation points, couple rocket ships. Boom. All right, reply. There we go. That's bullish, everybody. That is bullish, and that is the explanation on why HBAR has been going up and to the right, and that's a massive partnership. They have been really doing a lot of things like this, not to mention, what they're doing right now, I could not be more bullish on Hedera if I tried. I don't think I could be more bullish on Hedera if I tried. Definitely I don't want to get fully into it. Got a lot I got to get to in the show, but just a quick shout out. If you guys have not watched the interview with Lehman Baird that I put out over the weekend, the co-founder of Hedera, the man who created the Hashgraph, just interviewed him for those of you who don't know, on the channel. I put it out on Sunday. The video doing very well. It's probably one of my best interviews. I would say that and the interview with John Allen Woods are tied. But I got a lot out of him. I was surprised that he greenlit some of the questions I asked him, and it went over very well. He's a class act. And if you want to learn more about Hedera, if you want to learn more about HBAR, definitely head over to my YouTube when we're done watching this and check out that interview. All right, so let's keep the ball rolling on the stories here. Got a couple really big ones. So there is a kind of a development in the XRP SEC. So the SEC got a small win a small win, basically compelling Ripple to provide additional documents. So for the too long didn't read, the SEC has won a legal battle against Ripple, compelling them to share financial documents and XRP sales details. Ripple opposed the SEC's request, but the court ruled in favor of the SEC, emphasizing the importance of transparency, which is kind of completely fair. This development has significant implications for Ripple and the cryptocurrencies industry's future. So, this isn't the same judge. This is a different judge. U.S. District Judge Sarah Netburn has ordered Ripple to produce various financial documents and post-suit XRP contract details to the commission. This is the latest development that shed light on the SEC's efforts to scrutinize Ripple's institutional XRP sales and access the necessity of potential remedies. So, this is, as long as Ripple doesn't have anything to hide, they should be fine. As long as Ripple doesn't have anything to hide, they should be fine. And then, like we did see yesterday, how, the XRP is going live, cross-border payment system going live in America. That's what we just covered yesterday. That's big. That's big. But, of course, the SEC just can't take an L. Gary can't just roll over and say, I lost. You know what I mean? He's just I'm just going to figure out another way to fucking, that's what he does. You know what I mean? So that is important. I do want you guys to just kind of be aware of that going on in the background, that it's, never really over with the SEC, and that, they're still fighting Ripple hand and tooth, trying to figure that out. So awesome. All right. So this is a very big story here, and this explains some of the pain, and I'll get into the Solana story after this, is Binance to delist 4 altcoins, including this top 40 crypto. Binance, a global cryptocurrency exchange, will delist 4 altcoins, including Monero. Remember when we were talking the gainers and the losers right here? Monero down 27%. Everyone's favorite privacy coin. I think obviously that's why it got delisted. I mean, we can't have real privacy in crypto. We can't have real decentralization because the government won't get their cut. They won't be able to pay for all the things that we don't care about. Yep. So that explains why Monero took such a deep punch to the gut there, because they got delisted from Binance. And even despite everything with CZ, despite what happened in America, Binance is still a leading exchange. I don't think it's better than PHEMEX, but it's still a high accessibility exchange. I mean, this gives a lot of coins massive visibility. So that's a big hit. That's a very big hit to Monero. I know Monero's not on Coinbase, you know what I mean? So, people are going to have to do some digging to find Monero. Alongside Monero, Aragon, Multichain, and Vi also see their trading pairs removed from the platform February 20th, 2024. So not removed yet, but the delist is coming. I don't really agree with the reasons they're saying this. We know why Monero is getting removed. Monero is not getting removed because of liquidity or trading volume or public communication. Monero is getting removed because it's a privacy coin, and privacy coins, we like them. I love them. I'm cool with mixers. I'm okay with it. Bring Tornado Cash back. Bring them all back, because privacy, real privacy, should matter to you. If real privacy does not matter to you, your ethos is not in line with the truth of crypto. And the truth of crypto is pure, straight up decentralization. And it's getting removed because it's a privacy coin. And people, unfortunately, use privacy for the wrong reason. As Lehman said in the interview, when we talked about the pros and cons of AI, he said, well, anybody can use anything for bad. I mean, you could buy a hammer and smash someone over the head with it, and that's bad. Or you could hit nails with it, and that's good. And he's right. That really does sum it all up, right? Like with privacy coins, you could use it to evade taxes. You could use it to launder money or sell drugs or whatever. Or you could use it because everyone has a right to privacy. I believe in inalienable right to privacy. And, I'm all for that. And it's a bummer. It really is a bummer. And that's why Monero has taken such a heavy hit. Going to keep the ball rolling here. I like this story. I just have one quick comment on this story right here. I'm not going to say much. Ethereum Foundation explores strategies to reduce the maximum block size. Talk to John. Talk to John. That's all I'm going to say. Vitalik, talk to John. That's all I'm going to say. I'm done. Let's go to the next story. Boom, boom. And there's 320 people in the house right now. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It means a lot to me that you're here. Seriously, seriously. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on my way up. Already got to 11,000.1 already. That's crazy. That happened fast. Really appreciate it, man. You guys are awesome. And I'm going to have a bunch more content coming out this week for you guys outside of the live stream, as well as a trading only show where you guys can hang out with me while I trade, look for trades, get in at trades. You're going to watch me get rigged. You're going to watch me get rich, and you're going to watch me get wrecked, all in the same show. I can't wait to get that trading show off the ground. Really fast, before I go to the Solana story, I talked to one of my good friends yesterday. I said, I need to talk to Crypto Face. I need to talk to the face man. And I called him and I said, hey bro, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. We talked market cipher. We talked the trading competition. We talked about, all the things. And I said, hey man, so, I'm starting like a trading only show where I'm trading on my show. Like, you did that. Like, I grew up learning crypto, like really watching Crypto Face. I really attribute to a lot of my profitability in trading. I really do. And I said, well, did you have like any advice for like me, like before I do like my first trading only show, like anything, any type of advice? And he said, well, man, you schedule everything. Don't schedule it. It's a terrible idea, because if you do it at 3 p.m., you're gonna schedule a trading show at 3 p.m., the worst time to trade, which is totally true. It just worked out for my schedule, and I thought I'd already be in some trades when the show was on. He has a point. He has a point. And I think maybe the first show, maybe I'll stick to the Wednesday, like I said, or I'm just going to just start streaming when I find I got a good opportunity. I think that's a better idea. I think that's a much better idea. I think it's a bummer because I'm a very calendar type person. I have sticky notes all over the damn place. All I do is plan. I have a very tight schedule in terms of this show, in terms of filming, in terms of doing roundtables and all the other things I do. I do like to stick to a schedule, but I think that he's 100% right that if I'm doing a trading show, I can't force myself into a time zone, or I'm literally asking for failure. I'm setting myself up to fail if I plan it. So I am going to, do the first one tomorrow at 3:00 because I said I was going to, but I'm also going to give this same rant there saying that this one was planned because it's the first one. Other than that, they're just going to happen. And I'll give you guys a heads up over on Twitter or whenever it happens. But I do want a big shout out to my main sponsor for my channel, PHEMEX. So make sure you sign up for PHEMEX down below if you haven't already. All right, let's get into the main juicy story of the day, and then we'll rate some portfolios and I'll hit the road. Where is the story? I have so many tabs up. 1 second. Boom. Oh, I already have it up. That's why. All right. Boom. Solana dips 4%, more than that now, following a Solana network outage. A lot of people, I even saw like a clock like the other day, like it's been 230 days, 250 days, 260 days since the Solana outage. I think they made it 282 days. I think I read somewhere was the last time they had a major outage. This was a big problem, 2 years ago. 2023 wasn't bad, but before that, I mean, they were on and off like a bad relationship. They were on and off like that high school couple we all hated. They just couldn't get it together, and it has happened again. The Solana network status page shows a major outage on the mainnet beta cluster, with a notice stating engineers from across the ecosystem are investigating an outage on mainnet beta. According to Solana Twitter account, provide status updates for the network. Engineers have released a new validator software update. So there's been a new update, and which addresses an issue which caused the cluster to halt. So let's take a quick little look at this tweet here itself. Engineers from across the ecosystem are now readying a new validator software release, which includes a new patch to address an issue which caused the cluster to halt. Validator operators should prepare for an upgrade and restart of the network. Just to be fair, 6:36 a.m. 6:36 a.m. All right, one second. You guys can see that, right? Okay, you can. Solana. All right. Let me go to like a 12-minute chart. Okay. So this, I was just actually curious on like when that tweet came out, thinking like, has Solana, it really hasn't overall affected it that much, considering like this is today, and here's the drop, from 96 to 93, so about a 3% drop overall. And really since that, since 5:30 this morning, if you went long at 5:30, you're up 2% now. So not the end of the world in terms of price action, but this is the first time this has happened in a while. It is, like I said, it's been like 280 some days since Solana has had an outage like this. And this is really what scared a lot of people away from Solana way back in the day. I remember when Solana was $8, when we were going to the Bahamas and all this stuff, in 2022, 2023, Solana was $8, $10. And like Ben and I seriously, we wrote Solana off. We thought Solana was just, it's so heavily manipulated that we thought the outages were for Alameda money laundering. We thought that it just was not reliable because of all the outages. And, they have certainly changed around the narrative. I don't think retail pumped Solana from, $16 to $100. That was all venture capitalists. That was all institutional investors. Solana's is the VC coin. And that is really why Solana is so big. And it has kind of always been like that. I do want to dig into the story a little bit here just to learn a little bit more about the situation here. This isn't the first time Solana network has suffered an outage, but it's the first time in a long time. In February 2023, the network went down for almost 20 hours. It happened just months after Solana co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko said the forthcoming Fire Dancer client offered a long-term fix to address the issue. An early version of the validator client dubbed Franken Dancer went live on a testnet in November. This has been a problem. There's more stories on it as well. If you go to Crypto Panic's a really good site, a really good news aggregator to find all the stories you'd ever want to know about crypto. I leave Crypto Panic up on one of my screens all the time, especially at home. And it just like having it refresh so I know when stuff happens. This is actually a good story right here. We talked about this yesterday. Look at this. We talked about how GoDaddy partnered up with ENS to be able to seamlessly, if you have like a GoDaddy account, you can put your .eth address into GoDaddy, and ENS, the project, the coin, back in the top 100 with a 20% rally on the GoDaddy partnership. There you go. Yep, that's totally awesome that coin has woken up a little bit off that news. We love to see that. But yeah, so this is why CryptoPanic.com, such a good site. Everyone pulls all their stories from Crypto Panic. You can't lie to me unless you just go to normal news like NBC kind of type shit. But other than that, hold on. So there was another story about Solana that I really liked. I think it might have been this one right here. Yeah. Yep. So Solana blockchain network is currently experiencing an outage, marking its 11th incident in the past 2 years. It was the Solana's mainnet beta has been non-operational for 2 hours. So it only lasted 2 hours, and it's the 11th one in 2 years. Those are kind of some of the numbers that I was really looking for there. And so it's already back on. Not the end of the world. And I don't really completely understand why these things happen, why they have such an issue with this, and like how they're such a popular crypto and it just shuts off, man. Like that scares me. Like, how could that not scare you? You know what I mean? If you're not an institutional guy, if you're not a VC, right? And say you have, $100,000, $10,000, whatever, into Solana, and like, you believe in it. You have conviction in it. Fire Dancer, the TPS is going to go to the moon. We have VCs on our side, all the things. And then it just shuts off. shuts off. Like, I don't know, man. It does scare me. It does scare me. Like, I hold a little bit of Solana, a little bit, just to have some exposure to it. You know, I don't really think much of it. But man, it has always been a concerning narrative, and it's been so long, and people kind of had the thing like, oh, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And now with this happening, it's a bummer. It really is a bummer. So there we go. But that covers all the stories today. Oh yeah, there was one more little story I wanted to get into today, just to kind of to touch on the kind of the idea from yesterday. You know, my idea from yesterday was kind of based off of the idea that, you know, the macro in the short term doesn't look very good. There's a lot of bearish divergences playing out on large time frames. Someone said in the chat yesterday, you're so wrong. The S&P has a bull cross on the monthly chart. No, it doesn't. So I read the chat yesterday. I was like, that's not true. And the dollar has been going up. The stock market, you know, possibly could have been the top. You know, Bitcoin has been kind of struggling with some certain levels. And if we look at the charts, which I'm not going to do because I want to do portfolio ratings, it is easy to be a little bearish right now, but considering the macro and considering that we were expecting rate cuts in March, those rate cuts aren't coming. And, you know, this is just kind of a little story here on Jerome Powell. Share this tab instead. Fed Chair Jerome Powell warns United States on unsustainable fiscal path amid record high national debt. All right. Like, guys, it's kind of hard to turn the money printer back on when it is this bad. And this is about the 60 Minutes interview that I touched on yesterday. This is just a newer article about it. But the U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is warning that the government cannot continue on its path of relentless debt accumulation. Obviously, like there has to come a point here where America stops kicking the can down the fucking road, dude. We have to stay. Like, look at the national debt clock. You know what I mean? Like, we're really going to turn the money printer back on right now, considering how far in debt we are. And, you know, you see my point? And in every other Bitcoin crypto bull market, we were in a phase of quantitative easing, not quantitative tightening. So when the money printer goes brr, that's quantitative easing. The rubber band gets released and then they tighten it back up. It's like an effect. It's an ebb and a flow. And what I'm saying is that if they cannot quantitatively ease when we thought they were going to, things could really get affected in terms of how high things go up, how far things can go. The macro can hold us back big time. So my point here, let me check one of these quotes right here. In the long run, this is Jerome Powell. In the long run, the U.S. is on an unsustainable fiscal path. The U.S. federal government is on you said that already. And that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy. Scary over the long run. Of course, it does worry me. Effectively, we're borrowing from the future generations. It's time for us to get back to putting a priority on fiscal sustainability, and sooner is better than later. According to the Treasury Department, the national debt now stands at a record high of $34.14 trillion, accounting for 123% of the country's GDP. You know, so when you really understand what that means, and you follow this stuff as closely as I do, it is kind of hard to sit here and say everything's going to 30x, everyone. So, you know, these things do get corrected over time. There's an ebb and a flow to these things. It's just right now they were expecting back in December, we were expecting rate cuts to come by March. Those got canceled out. And we kind of want to see that period of quantitative easing paired with the halving, paired with the ETF, paired, you know, we want to see the macro confluence as well as, you know, indicator confluence. So, and the macro confluence isn't really there right now. So when I understand how people are being a little bearish, that is why. So it's not that I don't want things to pump, everyone. I want to be bullish. I am bullish long term. Of course I am. But like, you know, the macro isn't the best, and I just want people to really accept that things might not work out the way we want them to, at least not right away. I think now, like I said yesterday, this is the really big time to test our patience. Our patience will be tested big time. So with that being said, I really do appreciate each and every one of you here. Going to do a quick portfolio rating, maybe another one if a couple come in. If not, all good. Always want to leave the door open for people who want to get their portfolios rated. All right, so we got a portfolio right here from my guy, Ryan. Bang, bang. All right, let me make that a little bit smaller so you guys can see it. I have a 30K portfolio looking to 10X, 40% XRP. Holy shit. 30% algo, 30% quant. I know what you say about XRP, but Ben Armstrong says it's going to be the #1 coin. Do I trust him? Thinking of swap. Man, listen, dude, I don't really think anybody really knows. I understand why Ben is bullish about XRP, and Ben has always been bullish about XRP. He is the leader and commander of the XRP army. Like, I understand that. But man, we do have to consider that, the SEC isn't completely done. The SEC is not done. SEC wins motion to compel Ripple to provide additional documents. Ripple is not getting what they want to be getting right now. All right. We want all this to be behind us. The SEC is not done this fight. Okay. And not to mention, if you go to the Ripple chart, XRP, let me pull it up for you. Bum, 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 bum. Let me find a cleaner one so you can really see what I'm talking about here. All right. Share this tab instead. Okay. This here is the weekly. This is a weekly chart for XRP, everybody. And, the only thing XRP really has going for it is this, kind of macro uptrend that has really started back in 2022. Kind of got this macro type little uptrend going, okay? And other than that, let me draw that a little bit better. And we're actually kind of close to it right now. We're almost like on the floor of it right now. And we really want to see some sort of major bounce here off of this trend line, losing this long-term trend line. Realize this trend line started back in June of 2022. Macro up and to the right slowly, not the strongest angle. It's not like a gone fan, like a 45 degree or anything, but it has slowly crept up that floor. And that is good. But we are very close to a test. We're right there sitting on the floor. The price on the 3-day is below the 200 and the 50 EMA. That's not good. We go to the daily. It has come down pretty far, but I also want you to consider, the curvature on the money flow. Look at long green, and now look, it's starting to go down into the red. I'm interested to see a volume profile on this bad boy, kind of as I expected. There's not, if you kind of appreciate the volume, and this is really only since, if you kind of pull it from 2023 as a whole, there's a lot of volume down here. And what this is kind of more accurate right here. So there's a lot of volume around 38 cents, around 40 cents. And you see how the volume kind of picks up, but there's kind of like a low node here, and then it pops over. So I would fear that if Ripple does lose this couple year long trend line, that it could fall relatively quick down to, say like, I would either say this support resistance level right here, or maybe this support resistance level down here. And, I know that there's a lot of people talking about, the XRP upside. I saw a story earlier today, something about, the Elliott waves. With the Elliott waves, how the third wave could, 10x Ripple or something like that. And, it's possible. I don't have that indicator pulled up at the moment. But that was a story we covered yesterday. But really, in the here and now, what I see is XRP, since November of 23, since last year, has fallen consistently 33% in 85 days. So do I feel like it's time for a reversal? Yes, that would be very nice. Do I think the macro is really in a position to give us a massive reversal? Not really. The 12-hour is a little bit more promising in terms of price go down, anchor wave, trigger wave on Market Safer. Let me pull this up for you guys a little bit better. All right, so we do have an anchor wave, trigger wave forming. There's a little bullish divergence on the 12-hour. So the short-term time frames look a lot better than the long-term time frames, but I'm always focused on long-term time frames. So what I'm saying, if you're an XRP trader, I would highly suggest that, you set an alarm on this trend line here. This trend line has been going. I mean, look how long this thing has been. Here, I'll change the color of it to, wait 1 second. Let me do that better. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Now let me get rid of the brush. Boom. White, thick line. You see this big, thick white line right here? Look how many times this trend line has, been, I'll even fix it a little bit. Okay. Look how many times this trend line, even when it wicked down, look at this wick. It's so crazy how trend lines and support resistance works. See this wick? Look at where it stopped. Right there on the trend line. That's insane. That's so insane. But, we really need to bounce off this trend line. If we lose this trend line, like really bad bear case for XRP. But there is upside. But really, Ryan, you're 10%. 40% of your bag is based off of XRP. 40% of your bag is in XRP, and you need. All right, let's really zoom out so you really see. I want you to see what you're asking XRP to do. This is the history of XRP, bro. This right here is the history of XRP. Ryan was your name. Ryan, you have 40%. You're looking for a 10x, and 40% of your bag is in XRP. Okay? 40, not 10, 40. And if your goal for your portfolio is a 10x, the coin you're leading with has to 10x. Your goals have to be aligned with your coin selection. This is the history of XRP. This is where you need it to go. Right there. Actually, to be honest with you, I'll draw an exact line. Right there. That's $5. And I understand that Ben and other influencers are bullish on XRP. I get it. And I see the long term. But I don't know about all that. When you really look at the history here. And you also consider that XRP does not have the friendliest tokenomic situation, man. Like, not at all. Not at all. I mean, XRP. Boom. Share this tab instead. Okay. Here's the tokenomics. Circulating supply, 54.4 billion out of a total supply of basically 100 billion. We're not even we're a little bit more than halfway there. We're not even 55% of the way there. And the way they do their tokenomics with the escrow and the vest, oh my God, it's such a nightmare. They pull it in, they pull them out. I don't know how. It's very confusing. And man, I don't want you guys to sit here and think that I'm not bullish on XRP. Long term, I am. But in the right now, when you're telling me you're trying to 10x your portfolio and you're 40% XRP, I'm going to point out the things that you don't want to see. I'm going to point out the things you're willingly looking past because you want to believe a contagious person. Okay? So, when it comes to your portfolio, even if that was 40% Algorand, I would say that's too much. That's top heavy. You want to distribute a little better. So bad distribution. In terms of coin selection, XRP algo quant, that's fine. I would, you're definitely missing some opportunity there. I would, in terms of distribution, I'm kind of leaning into myself more of like a close to even distribution with a little bit more coins. I mean, really, you're putting all your eggs in 3 baskets, and if one of those baskets messes up, you're dipping big time. You're not getting to your goal because one of those baskets went wrong. And with that said, if you have 8 baskets, 9 baskets, I prefer a portfolio between 6 to 10 coins tops, 6 to 8 coins really. And then in that case, if 1/8 of your portfolio doesn't do what you thought, you still have the other 7/8 to get there. And that's a much bigger margin of error than if 1/3 goes wrong. So with that being said, man, like I think you're a little lopsided. I don't know. I don't think XRP is going to be the #1 performer. That's kind of just math, man. If you realize how large XRP's market cap is and what has to happen for it to be the #1 performer of the bull run is going to be a coin that is probably in the top 300. Those are the coins that can actually get the X's. The coins that get the X's are the coins that have room to run. All right. If you really consider, XRP market cap 27.4 billion, that doesn't have room to run, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like this thing has to go so far for it to just double, triple, 4x, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but then you kind of come down here and you realize like, PIF, 719 million. Oh, you guys can't see that. I'm sorry. PIF all the way down here, 719 million, man. That coin has room to run. That coin gets to, 7 billion. That's a 10x. Those are coins that are going to run. It's kind of more of a math thing why I don't think coins in the top 10s are going to be the #1 performer. So, man, I really don't know what kind of score to give you here. I don't mind your picks, but the distribution is scary. You only have 3 coins. I admire the conviction, but your goal is a 10x. And if you want to 10x your bag, you need to align your coin selection with your goals. And I feel in that regard that you have not, and really my scores are given out on the likelihood of you achieving your goal. And I would say in this situation, with a high degree of certainty, I don't feel that you are going to get there with this bag. So that's it. But I do appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. The show has woken up here to 377 people. Damn. Really appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are amazing. I have to head out of here. It's 11:30. I got to do roundtable here in a half hour. So I really appreciate everybody. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you for being here. Tomorrow, we're going to go really heavy into charts tomorrow because I am also doing my first trading only live stream tomorrow. So, I got to prepare, right? I gotta go far down the charts. I need to make sure all right, I'm going to do nothing but stare at charts tomorrow. I'm not doing anything. I'm canceling my phone calls. I'm not going to do anything except for look at charts tomorrow because I want to be well prepared for the trading only show later on tomorrow as well. So with that being said, excuse me, my name's AJ Rich Crypto. Love you guys. You guys are amazing. Make sure you smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, get rich or get wrecked. Later.